So hi everybody and welcome back to my channel. It is so good to see you. Wink wink. So many people have asked me how is it that I started being a makeup artist. You got to start somewhere, so this is how I did it and this is how it happened for me. There is no right or wrong way. It's just however you can get out there and get the most advertisement. That's how it's really gonna make you be a successful makeup artist. The first thing I went to go do in school was medical assisting, which was just, oh my god, the biggest waste of time, the biggest waste of money that I could have ever invested me in. So I ended up going to phlebotomy because by now I've done my research and I know that phlebotomists don't get paid a minimum wage. So I went to school for phlebotomy, which is drawing blood. So I just noticed how hard it was. We would draw about 34 people's blood a day. And I would miss about two or three because I was not bad, because that's actually not a bad number, but I was just not great. And every time that I did miss, it weighed so heavy on my heart. It really, really did. I hated not getting blood. Anyways, let's fast forward to beauty school. I did phlebotomy. I didn't like it. I don't know why. I do know why. I always forced myself to do something in the medical field because my dad would always tell me it's the right thing. You're not gonna regret it. There's money. You're gonna like it, and da da da. Even if you don't like it, you're gonna like your paycheck. Well, that didn't happen. So I ended up, once I was gonna go for a longer career, I was even considering doing like RN or LVN. I was considering that. But there just came a time and point when I was like, you know what? I need to give myself the opportunity to be a makeup artist because that's what I've dreamed of doing ever since I was very little. My mom would always tell me that I would get my friends together and that, you know, she would just walk into the room and I would have her makeup bag and I would be doing my friend's makeup, and I'm talking about when I was like 3 or 4 years old. So that actually continued on until I was older. I always remember that I would go and get, which she really disliked that. But she always, I will always remember grabbing my mom's makeup and doing my friend's makeup, which was not cute. But, you know, we were playing. It was all in good fun and games. So, okay, back to school. So I said, it's now or never. I need to invest this money in beauty school, and I just need to give myself the opportunity to really embrace what I've always been so passionate about, you know? My teachers were always giving me good feedback that I was doing good and that, you know, it looked very, very well done. And I remember I would always tell them, you guys, you know, stop sugarcoating it. You need to tell me if it's good or not because I want to do all my mistakes here at beauty school. I don't want to go and make them in real life. So I would always push them to criticize my work very much. And so they did, and I was thankful for it. So graduation night, I graduate. I'm like the happiest girl in the world. And then once I graduated, it's just like, well, what do I do? I have a certificate that says I'm a pro makeup artist. What do I do now? You know, it's not a job where you can just, where you're limited to one thing and you're going to apply that to that one place. My end goal has always been to be a freelance makeup artist. I've always wanted to be my own boss, and I knew that since day one when I went and signed up for school. By the way, I went to the Ruby Makeup Academy. Just in case you guys were wondering, I live in Southern California, so that is the school that I went to, which it was a good school. I am part of a group on Facebook that's called Everything But the Kitchen Sink, and the closest thing I can reference it to, it's like a yard sale online where, you know, you post things that you just don't find any use for and you post them online and you sell them, and that's what that group is dedicated to. So there I go. I have this bing smart idea And I go, and I just graduated. I really want to get some experience in my hands, my portfolio. Is there, I'm willing to do very, very, not, well, cheap as in price wise. I'm willing to charge very cheap just as long as I can get, my name out there. One of the main photographers for the company that I work for, she ended up writing me, can you send me some pictures of your work? And so I sent her pictures of what we did in school. And I mean, it was all my work. It was all everything I had did. So she says, okay, all right. So do you want to come in and do a test shoot? Basically, I'm going to do makeup on somebody. They're going to shoot it and they're going to see if it's the quality that they need that they're looking for. And so I was like, oh my God, yes, test shoot. Yes, please. When? And I remember it was a Wednesday. And I actually, at my regular job, which I worked at a gas station, I had to change my schedule to go. And I ended up going. I changed my schedule. And the day before, it was a Tuesday night, I remember. The day before I had my test shoot with the photographer, my anxiety kicked in to overdrive. It was just, all I could think of was, I'm not good enough. I can't, I'm not gonna be what they're looking for. I'm gonna make a total fool of myself. I'm not gonna go. I'm not gonna go. I'm not gonna go and put myself through this and embarrass myself. That's how bad my anxiety gets. Even just thinking about it now, it just provokes this anxiety in me. That's how my anxiety is. Like anything that I remember that provoked a lot of anxiety in me before, it just kind of like gives me that, that feeling of anxiety. So anyways, the morning of, I said, you know what? F it. I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go for the specific reason that I need to know where I stand. Am I complete and total shit? And they're just gonna be like, girl, please go home, practice, come back another day. Or, are they gonna tell me, okay, this is all right, but you need to work here and there and there? Or are they gonna tell me like, yeah, cool, sure. So then that morning, I remember, oh my God, I had this big metal, what was it? It was a cosmetic case, but what do they call them? It was a rolling makeup thingy. And this is how bad, I don't even know, now that I think about it, I'm like, what was I thinking? But all I had in my makeup kit was what they gave us at school, which was a bunch of Kryolan, I'm not sure how to pronounce it, makeup. And besides that, you guys are not even gonna believe what drugstore foundation I used starting my makeup artist career in photography. You guys are not even gonna believe it. You are not even gonna believe it. Like, I'm gonna say it and you guys are gonna be like, nah, you did not use that. So I actually still have it here and I haven't parted with it just because I don't know. This was like my very, very first foundation kit. But this is actually what I started with. Good old e.l.f. Good old e.l.f. I bought 6 different foundations. And I bought 6 different mineral powders. And I think I was probably contouring with this e.l.f. powder. But this is what actually started my career. And mind you, I was not broke at the time, but I just felt like I wasn't as as educated in all the brands that there was, and I felt like I don't want to go and invest my money in something that I'm not sure is gonna be what I need for photography. So I went to the e.l.f. website, and everything 50% off. You've got 3 hours left to get anything you want, 50% off. Well, let me tell you, I think I ended up spending like 150 that day. But yeah, that's exactly what I started with. And some of the cryolan stuff that I got from school, and I used that for about 3 months. That worked out perfectly fine, and my pictures were always, you know, good. They were good. The foundation, it really looks so good. So it's my test shoot day back. Sorry, I'm all over the place. I must be like the worst person to talk to because I just jump back and forth. So back to my shoot today. I get there, and you know, I meet the photographer, and she gives me a tour of the studio, and I meet the owner and also the main photographer, and I was just blown away. I mean, I'm gonna do a video later on what it is, where it is that I work, because yeah, I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna do a video later, so I will get into that later. So I meet them, and they're like, okay, so your work is good, and this is the kind of lighting we use, and you just got to make sure that it looks good. We don't have flash photography, and you know, we're going through all of this, and I'm, you know, overwhelmed, but I'm just like, okay, yes, I can be. Girl, please, where is my model at? So the client gets there, and she was a very pretty girl. She had good skin, which I was just like, please, good skin. Let my first girl be good skin, please. So she comes in, she has really pretty green eyes, which I was like, a smoky eye. A smoky eye will make those eyes pop. So I do my thing. She goes, they shoot her, as in photography, shoot her. And once she's done, and once everything's done, and I'm over here, you know, just packing my stuff, the photographer calls me in, and she's like, okay, so we like you, we like your work, and we're gonna start scheduling you in.
My heart dropped. I was thrilled. 7 days after graduating, they tell me that they like my work. I mean, really, could it have gone any better? I don't think so.
I'm still currently working with them right now, and I invested in good quality foundations, which e.l.f. is good, but you know, higher end stuff. So that's my story, and that's how I became a makeup artist. I right off the bat started working with photographers, so I can honestly say that I never had to do any free work. I was very blessed to have run across her name is Emily. I was very blessed to have run across her, and I feel like everything is happening the way it's happening in my life for a reason, and I feel like this is exactly how it's supposed to go, because everything is going, you know, not great, but I'm improving, and I'm getting better, and I'm moving on, and I have a plan, and I know what my goal is, and I'm reaching towards it all the time. So for all of you girls that have thought about being makeup artists, but you guys don't think that it's an actual career, or that you can't make money off of it, or that you don't have the proper kit, let me tell you, as long as you got the passion for it, and as long as you got the patience, do it. Do it, because I'm so glad I didn't have to live my life thinking, what if, you know, what if I had become a makeup artist. I have very many goals to you know, complete, and I have a long ways to go. This is just the beginning for me, and I'm off to a great start, but this is not it. And this is not it at all. I have very many things to complete, obviously. So it's been hard for me to, you know, progress as fast as I want to, because, you know, I do have my little baby boy that I have to take care of all by myself. So in that sense, it is a little bit harder. But I just, like I said, I feel like my life is going exactly the way it's supposed to. I feel like I've been blessed with my son. He's healthy, he's gorgeous. I mean, of course, he's my son. You know, I see him with eyes of love. So don't get discouraged if you have a little baby at home. You know, I've been doing a couple of videos with my son in the video, and please don't get discouraged. Like, if people want to judge me, if people want to judge anybody for their hustle, let me tell you, they're not even worth your time. So I hope you all enjoyed my little story of how it is that I became a makeup artist. And you guys are gonna see me through my journey, because I'm gonna keep doing my videos. So you guys are gonna keep seeing my journey and how I progress and how I continue to expand my work. So I hope you guys enjoyed. Please don't forget to subscribe, share, like, comment.